Just like a normal format. What the fuck?
Right.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, definitely talk about the format. That's horrible.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IGL podcast. Welcome to Champs Week, everybody. Fuck yeah, you guys ready for it?
Yo, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best way to spend your Tuesday. Welcome to the IGL podcast. Reaper's face, he didn't have the makeup on today. He has no face, unfortunately. Say something, Reaper.
How you guys doing? How's your week been so far?
I'm good, man. Missed out last week. Had a few things going on in our lives, but that is fine. We are back this week, and we're back for a banger, bigger episode, man. We got a lot to fucking get talking about. Cookie, how you feeling this week, man?
Good. We had a long weekend, which is always nice. Yep. Never complain about a long weekend. But for a Wednesday, doing pretty good.
Good, man. Good. I'm happy to hear that. And big love to you. I hope you enjoyed your long weekend as well. But let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, is there some roster changes happening?
A roster change?
Yeah. Oh, are you telling me there isn't more roster changes than just
I believe
one?
there's only the one.
Yeah,
I think there was only the one.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I thought a couple of teams needed to fucking change before you went into champs, but
it was definitely, at the very least, two should have.
Yeah.
But only the one has.
Yeah. So who changed?
So Boston changed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They dropped, I believe it was Vivid.
Yep.
And brought in who did you say, Reap? Sorry?
Noopy.
Noopy. I'm trying to find the actual
Snoopy like the dog, bro. Snoopy like
like Snoopy dog. Like the dog. Ruff ruff.
Snoopy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Freaking
Look
fire.
like the roof really got him there.
Yeah. He's Mexican. Background.
He's Mexican.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Do we know anything about him challenges?
Yeah.
He is a melter.
Yeah.
A melter, is he?
Yeah.
They said that in Cramp as well.
Yeah, but my major thing is I think the pressure's going to get to him. I think first CDL game is going to be on a main arena against the top 8 teams in the CDL.
And not just any top 8 team. You do see who they play first.
And adversing Texas. And if they lose to Texas, they have a very hard second run as well. Potentially very hard. Depending on how it goes.
Yeah, it's a very interesting time to do it. I am still. You guys all know me. I very enjoy the style the Vivid plays. It's a no nonsense. Do what you got to do. To win a game, it's never pretty, unless you're like a Hydra or a Pred who can absolutely take a Simp, a Beezy, that sort of style SMG. Vivid knows he's not that, and did what he could to make the team win. And I'm not a huge fan of this. I don't really know Snoopy too much, but I feel like it's very unfair on him to come in. First game is against Optic at Champs. We all know what Optic's like at Champs. Okay, it's a very different Optic team, but it's still Optic at Champs.
Yeah, they got karma behind him, man. Look, honestly, I know nobody really likes this opinion, but I don't know why the heck they didn't bring Doug in.
I really agree with that. I thought surely if they make a roster change, you bring in experience. You bring in Doug into it, who's done it all before.
You can say what
it doesn't feel pressure.
It's a 50-50 though.
What do you mean though? What do you mean though? Like you got an unproven rookie.
Doug for leadership, 100%, and actually experience in it. But unfortunately, Doug isn't what Doug was.
Well, I agree with that. He's got a higher chance to perform than Snoopy does at Champs.
Even in challenges, he's still dropping low.
He's been fine. He's just been fine with the not the SMG. That's the only
but he's also dropped very low numbers again in recent time.
Well, in my opinion, to say his frying is wrong, to say his shit is wrong. I think
no, I'm not saying he's shit.
I'm being right in the middle here, man. Like I think Doug is a very okay player, and I think he can make okay teams better. Just from his experience, just alone, his confidence, I think, rubs off on his teammates, and I think we've seen that in his challenges teams over the past. I think that if you want to bring somebody into the fold right before a major tournament, you would rather experience than someone fresh off the block. Because as you said already, Reaper, Snoopy's like, if he doesn't fry off rip, man, this team is going to fall in a hole very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this has a higher chance to hurt his reputation than actually help him get a spot in CDL next year.
I agree wholly and solely, 100%.
And which is strange because I generally quite have liked a lot of Breach's roster moves this year. I thought Beans' pickup was good. I thought Kremp coming in, I did think it was probably for the wrong person originally when they dropped Vivid. But then they rechanged it, brought Vivid back in with Kremp rather than Nero, which I thought that was more of their roster moves this year I've been happier about than I've been upset about.
Yep.
This one, I'm probably going to have to say is their probably, in my opinion anyway, their worst roster move this year that they've done.
I think it's
I don't think you can fight against it. Yeah, I don't think you can.
I think it's the most shocking. Like, everyone's a bit more shocked about it.
That's for sure.
No, I mean, everyone's more shocked about that move instead of moving for someone that has a bit more experience so close to the CDL finals.
Yeah, why didn't they bring Nero back in?
Yeah, because I don't know, they must have something against him, man. I don't know if you heard about the whole challenges stuff.
Come back in.
Yeah, but he didn't want to play for the team for one, and then the team didn't pay for him, even though he's a sub. They didn't pay for him to come to the event, which was a bit of a it's a bit of back and forth.
Okay.
Look, I'm sure there's some bad blood. It seems like Nero and Vivid have some really bad blood with this team now.
I mean, Vivid would just been dropped twice in a year.
Twice, yes, which is nuts, man. Which is nuts because I don't know. Vivid seemed to prove himself, in my opinion, last tournament. Even though they went out real quick, I don't think it's fair to drop him that quickly from that Boston team. I don't think that's fair at all. But I just don't think. I said that about when they picked Krempop, man. I'm saying it now. I just don't think Snoopy's the right pick for this team, man. And I think they're going bottom 8 in champ.
Yeah, it's definitely seeming likely that they're gonna. Yeah, okay. Seemingly likely that they're going out top 8.
I preferred Seaman, but Reaper, how you feeling?
I do prefer Seaman too.
Yes, and there we enjoy. Ended there.
But hey.
Alrighty. So what teams do you think should have changed before champs if they had the opportunity? Of course.
Reaper, you want to start this one?
To be fair, at this current stage with the top 8 and so close to champs, it's a bit more like suicide. For me personally, for teams, I'll feel a bit more suicide towards it. Like, there can be changes done, 100%. I agree. But when you're literally a stone throw away from champs and you only have 2.5 weeks to mesh with your new team and try and get some extra scrims in, and versing CDL teams that know that you have a sort of weak point with a new person in there, I think it's a bit like suicide. I think you just got to kind of suck it up, stick it together, try and scrim as hard as possible, and hope for the best. And if it doesn't work out next year, first thing is you sack half the team.
I think it's a thought of mine, man. I think it's like, because if you look at the old CODs, right? If you go back to CODs of previous times, man, a lot of the time, like, teams would form before the event, do well, and then like fall off the next month. You know, I think a lot of teams still think that maybe, you know, if we throw a brand new roster together, that the honeymoon period. Yeah, the honeymoon period, that cohesion just forms really quickly, and they get a good team out of it. And look, I hope the best for that Boston roster, but I feel like there's still, especially for Call of Duty as an esport, that can still work to an extent. I think we've seen it to an extent with Texas this year. I think we've seen it to an extent with no other teams. Yeah, no, Texas is the only team. Yeah. But back in the day, we've seen it a lot, and it would happen. Sorry?
No, you can even say beginning of the year, Ultra was starting to come out, and then they dipped, and then they came back up.
Yeah, with the Ixie. Yeah, like but it's not a full roster. It's like a roster. It's like a slight roster change. You know, I'm talking about like
a roster change.
Yeah, they I guess it's a roster change. But I'm thinking like back in the day, teams would just drop 3 people and it'd be one person picking another 3 teammates, and they come out and win, and then they'd be shit again next tournament, you know?
If we want to do that, LAG, when they first made the change with the 3 rookies come in, at first,
they were good.
Decent.
Yeah.
They were about the top 8, about 8th, 9th, I'd say, just kind of the way they felt. They were looking promising, and then they've just dropped off.
Yeah. It's just, it can happen. It can happen. I wouldn't say it is a guaranteed success, but it's definitely a risk you're taking, as Reaper said, to just form a brand new team before champs, or even one player change, man. Like, I'd rather chemistry than randomness, man. I guess I don't know how to put it any better.
Okay, I'll go with that then, because I do think there was probably one team that still should have made a change, and I really do hope they prove me wrong, because it is a team that less about the team that I care about, more about a player on the team beating Aussie. But I do think Seattle should have made a change.
I was waiting until we got to this.
My thought process behind it is, we're talking about chemistry, and that it doesn't feel like in the last 2 majors they've had chemistry, especially in the SMG duo. Mac and Pred don't seem as much of a duo, rather than just 2 separate SMG players. In Major 5, online Major 5 even, and even to a degree at Major 4 itself. They don't seem like a duo at all.
I honestly think they have not been the same team since the Optic rumors.
Yeah, that's fair. But they, at least like Major 3, they did look a little bit competitive.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Major 1, they were super competitive, you know. But yeah, I just honestly don't think they've looked like the same team since that Optic Pred chance started.
Yeah. But I honestly think with that one, I think where they did a little bit different to Boston is that just the kind of aura, and I don't know if you guys have ever actually watched Gwyn very much, having Gwyn come in, who is their sub, so he's had a little bit of stuff to do with them throughout the season, because the subs they're in on the theory and all that of the strats and all that sort of stuff, so they know he has a general idea of the strats in that as well. But he has a very carefree attitude, and I think that would kind of work to his advantage in that aspect.
Yeah,
he's
also like
carefree, just doesn't care as much.
The difference between Seattle and Boston is they haven't been chopping and changing all year, where Boston has been.
Thing. Yeah, so they've at least got the chemistry between the majority of the players, where because Boston have been doing that chopping and changing with not just one SMG either, with both SMGs. It's really kind of put a big gulf gap, they're basically the same, between their ARs and SMGs. Where at the very least the SMGs in Seattle still work with the ARs in Seattle to a degree. But I think that could have been a team that could have benefited from a change. Even I even said prior to like Major 5, in between online Major 5 and Major 5 itself, they should have probably done that to give him the little bit of experience at Major 5 and then go into champs with him. But looks like they're sticking out. I don't see him sticking out after the season, but
that goes back to the
top as well.
Kind of goes back to what I was saying before, though. Like, if you wanted to make a change, should have made it before. Should have.
Yep.
Snoopy, not a good change. If they put Simpin and Beezy in the team before champs, I would still be like, is this the right time? Was this the right time to do it?
Yeah, I might not be saying top 8, but I definitely ain't saying they're going to be the favourites.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're going to have a good run. They're Simpin fucking Beezy, but at the same time,
top 4 maybe.
Yeah, they're off talent alone, they'll get top 4, but do they have the chemistry to get top 1, top 2, but they're not 2. You know what I mean? Reaper, how you feeling, bro? Is anyone else you think should have made a change, Reaper?
No, I think you guys pretty much nailed it. I think there's going to be a lot happening in the new year. I think the majority teams will be making changes.
I think we'll almost still be doing weekly pods for the fucking roster changes.
Probably.
Halo Esports, Valorant Esports, and here's all the roster mania.
It's
just about done. They've got their champs right now.
It'll probably be a video, bro. Every what, 2 every day? We're gonna
Yeah,
be
we're doing
pouring
that. That'd be good, man. That'd be good. No, there'll be plenty to talk about. I'm actually keen for the off season to see what we can come up with. To be honest, man, might have to actually start crafting some shit, maybe some quizzes and shit. That'll be fun. But that's for a post. That's for a post champs. We got way too much shit to talk about today to talk about the future.
That's true.
It is fucking champs weekend. I am
champs,
bro. I'm so keen. I'm so keen.
Hey, I'm calling in sick on Monday.
Bro,
I've already been like dropping hints to the boss. I've been like, I might have a family thing pop up on Monday, so I might not be able to come in, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, true. He's not gonna let him know. He's just will not turn up, bro.
Oh, fucking 10 o'clock Sunday night. Oh yeah, boss, it's popped up. Can't come in. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep to wake up at 4 a.m.
What do you want me to do? Pred made the champs, okay? Fuck you.
He made Sunday. What can I do?
All right.
He should know. He's big on his sport, so he should understand.
Yeah, no. Anything else popped up, guys?
In the past couple of weeks, that's been probably it, roster-wise, anyway.
Hasn't really been
Yeah.
crazy.
Roster wise, that's probably been it for the changes.
Yeah.
There's been hints saying that there's going to be a lot happening with a lot of teams for next year. So
Yeah, a lot of the rumors have been like post champs.
Yeah. COD champs. Reddit was down for a couple of days. Do we want to get into that drama, or should we just keep moving on?
That's more of a Reddit
It's
itself.
more of a Reddit this whole thing. Yeah, true. Anyway, it's been depressing not being on.
It was fucking. Oh, that play just before. Let me replay that. That
Rewind
was disgusting.
Fuck, I'm annoyed seeing FaZe fans. It pisses me. Nothing pisses me off worse than seeing fucking FaZe fans happy, bro.
I think I've gone back too far.
I definitely think yeah. Look, a B's getting shot in the back though.
Yeah, no, this is it. This is it right here. Gets the one.
Guy's got the dog in him, bro. Got that dog back in him, bro. Dropped.
Chop shots and fucking burns
Simp
the
and a
fucking
beezy.
tiny terrors.
Damn, simp and a bit.
The flick and then just straights. Oh, it's filthy.
Yeah, they got
Filthy.
guys.
Oh,
Guys
I'm
are
watching kids.
Yeah, let's not watch this next guy anyway. All right, we're gonna get straight into it, boys. We're just gonna fucking bite it. We're just gonna bite it.
Yeah, do we want to do winner, runner up, dark horse? What was the list you sent earlier, Reap? Do we want to do that before we do predictions?
Yeah, roll up.
Kind of.
Reaper, roll
what was
up.
it?
You got the list.
So-
Go.
Winner, runner up, MVP, dark horse, biggest flop.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna say right now, dark horse is probably gonna be Seattle. That's all I got. Like they can make a. I don't even count this team out, man. Like it's a very very dark horse. Don't get me wrong, but I just think I don't know, man. They can get it done, man. They're the team that could just turn up and get it done. They are the team.
I think I'd have to agree with that dark horse wholly and solely because you look at last year, Major 4, I believe they got top 8, possibly even top 12. And then they come out, they get third at champs. Yeah. No one fucking saw that coming.
Yeah, no, they got a bag of champs.
All of a sudden, fucking turn up. Sib and Pred just were like, yeah, no, this is champs. We're taking over. And Mac really, my biggest one will be Mac because Mac was huge champs last year for Seattle.
Yep.
He really popped. Arguably one of their best players at champs last year. With him being so low on, like you can see the way he plays. He's low on confidence.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's regathered over the past couple of weeks. I had a couple of weeks break. That's definitely enough time to kind of regather a lot of that. If he's just been hitting 8s, which I've seen a lot of. I think Zuma has been doing a lot of casts and 8s. So I hope he's gained back. I actually can kind of see Rocker being a dark horse as well.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
They did. Granted, they had a very easy Major 5 to get where they did. They lost to some of the better teams, and they did only beat not exactly great teams. I mean, they only beat Optic. Was it them that beat Optic or Florida?
Florida beat.
did.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I can't remember. Who did they beat? Oh, they beat Legion, and then they beat Florida. Sorry.
Yeah,
so 2 teams. Bottom 4.
Actually, bottom.
I can see him making a dark horse run. It'll be very fuel and fire, and I think it will come down to attach predominantly on that one. He's one that's had ice in previous champs, and he's one I think him and Bance, I think, would have to carry this team in champs.
We just have to see another performance from Fame, bro. That guy was looking fucking nasty on that submachine.
Yeah, when he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
What about you, Rick? Dark Horse? Who do you think? You came up with these questions?
Well, I've got a bit left field here.
Reach.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
called it. I know I said it was a suicide move for them to go for a new player, but if they for some reason pick up and everyone just bunnies the way they're meant to,
Yep.
I see that they've all got natural talent to do great.
That's fair.
It just
Their
depends on how they
Gun
play
skill
on the
is
day.
almost unrivaled.
On the day, and I think Big Wakes is going to pull out some massive plays with the AR.
That's a fair one.
Look, I want them to do well. I probably won't put them in my pick'ems to do great, but I can see them being
That's
a
what
dark horse.
I love we picked the bottom 3 teams as the dark horses. Well done, guys. Well done. There's only 8 to yeah.
The top 5 teams are all a possibility. Like,
Yeah.
if they were to win, no one would say it's a dark horse.
Nobody, not a single person.
Whereas the bottom 3, I feel like there's a big gap from the top 5 to the bottom 3 at champs. I think it's a pretty sizable gap. I definitely agree. If Boston get going, they've got 3 rookies now going into champs. Wake's the only one that's been to champs previously. Because Beans, Cramp, and Snoopy are all rookies.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Holy shit.
So that could either go like one or two ways. They could be absolutely fucking fearless and know they're going in as rookies and don't care, or they get absolutely overshadowed by the big stage. For Boston, I think it really comes down to the old what's the old war saying? To outmaneuver one's enemies, one must outmaneuver your own. So if they're going in with no strats, then how the fuck are the other teams supposed to counter strat them?
Mm-hmm.
They got no fucking idea if they
Good
don't know
point.
themselves.
I don't see. They're gonna be shaking in those big Vegas slides, bro. They're gonna be shaking. All
How
right.
about biggest flaw? I'm curious on this. Are we going to do team or player?
I reckon we can go one of each.
Both. Yes, I like that.
I reckon
Rick?
my biggest flop as a team.
Yep.
As a team is going to be the subliners.
Yeah, you reckon they're coming out flopping? Tell us
I
more. Tell us
reckon-
more.
I reckon they've got an easy round one,
Who do they
and
play round
then
one?
they verse Rocker.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm so pissed.
I wouldn't say that's easy though.
I'd
rather
it's
verse
the
Rocker.
easier side. It's the easier side. to
True,
win.
out of the bottom 4, you'd probably say Rocker because Boston unknown.
Yeah,
Seattle
can turn
to a
up.
degree unknown as well.
They both can turn up. Those two teams
yeah.
can both just turn up out of the blue.
Honestly, looking at the matches off the get go, I think all 4 are going to be bangers.
Yeah, no, it's a champs, bro. We're fucking champs. If we're not watching bangers.
I know last year there was a couple of games right off the get go where they were absolute smoke shows. Oh shit!
Mm.
And it was like, ugh.
That's what prime
And
thieves were, bro.
My biggest
right.
flop, player wise, is not from the subliners though.
Okay.
I believe my biggest flop player is going to be Scrappy.
Ooh, shaking in the Vegas lights, eh?
Okay.
Scrappy is going to be my biggest flop for this.
I don't hate that pick. I think there's a lot of potential of that being the case.
I think he's got the pressure on him now.
Yep.
He's got the MVP, rookie of the year. Sorry.
He's got the
on his back.
lineup, not an issue.
Yeah, and I think that if Ultra is still going to do well, but it's going to be the other rookie that's going to start turning up.
Pixie. Okay.
I don't see it, man. I can't see that well.
I think he'll be on inside and Kleenex
Mate,
is back.
if you call that Reaper, I'm going to shake your hand. Honestly, I'll shake it thoroughly, bro.
In front of you.
I'm not doing anything else. Just knees, shake your hand. That's it.
Yeah, I'll bow. I don't know what you're thinking, Rip, but I'll just bow on my knees in front. That's it.
No, you brought up knees, brother. You brought up knees. Okay, what are you thinking, Cookie?
Bowing, duh.
No, Dark
I said that.
Horse. Jeez, come on, bro. All right. I think, I think, I think the biggest flop. I'm sorry to do this to you, Reaper, bro. It's back to back, bro. I think it's going to be Optic Texas. Now, hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know, man. They're due for a bounce back. Honestly, 100% they're due for a bounce back. I have nothing to support this, but I guess we're just throwing shit at a wall, right? I honestly don't have anything to support this. I think they're coming back hard, but at the same time, I think they've shown that they might have the lowest floor out of the top 6 right now compared to the rest of them. Like, they didn't really show up last Major, and maybe that'll be weighing on their minds a little bit. That is what I'm going with.
They've got a lower floor than Rocker?
Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah, higher ceiling though. Higher ceiling. Way higher ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon that, dude, that was a double 3-0. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and one was to Florida as well.
Yeah, like, look, they're due for a bounce back. Don't get me wrong. And that by no stretch of the means they're still one of the favorites to win this, if not the favorite, I think personally. But if we see another bad round 1 from them, I think we could see easy Optic top 8 again, back-to-back majors. And honestly, I'm hoping for a little bit. I like Optic Pred. I like hearing that. So maybe that's why I want it a little bit. But at the same time,
there's a question I want to ask about that Optic Pred thing, but that's more for next week.
Yeah, okay.
Not for this week.
Which is there's
other rosters outside of Optic Pred on that, which I really want to touch on because it involves your team. Yeah. Anyway.
Let's go. Oh boy.
Player though, Benny.
Alright, I loved Reaper's pick. I don't agree with Scrappy though, but he's on the right track. Because it's gonna be Kleenex. Because he is the literal X factor for this team, bro.
That's and he's got X.
He doesn't show up, they don't win, bro.
That's a fair one. Okay.
So I was gonna say Hicksy, but he's just like he's that guy that's gonna be there and he's gonna always do the work, whether the KD stands for itself or not. Right? He's always gonna be the one doing the work.
A vivid style player as well, where it's like grunt work. Yeah.
And the second Kleenex doesn't do his fucking job is the second that team loses, bro. And I think Toronto's in for a shocker, bro.
Question for you boys, because we're saying flop, are we? And I know Scrap's hard to put in this one because his rookie season's been absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, absolutely unforgettable. Is it unfair for a rookie to be called a flop if they do bad at their first champs?
Yeah, but it depends on how they...
Scrap's a little bit of an outlier just because of how good his fucking rookie year is.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on if they've been frying the whole year,
yeah.
I would say. If they've been frying the whole year, they're not... Like, he's obviously got Rookie of the Year, 100%.
Yeah, it's not even close.
And I just think that because he has been an X factor for this team this whole year as well, that I just think that he's going to have a shit major.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know if you guys would have agreed if flop for a rookie is probably a little bit unfair. Because, like, as an example, if Pred would have came in, or Sib last year, the way... Especially with Seattle being how up and down they were. They came in. They fucking go out top 8 at champs and drop a 0.7. With the way they played in the Vanguard regular season, would that have been classified as a flop to you boys?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He's Pred, bro. He's fucking Pred. If he's not dropping 1.2, I'm like, is he okay, dude? Somebody checking this man, bro.
He's been dropping 0.9s a lot.
Yeah, motherfucker waiting to get on Optic, bro. He's saving his thumbs, bro. He doesn't want to get illied on the... Alrighty, Cookie. Dark Horse, bro.
Yeah, so, for team... I'm going... Now, Benny's probably going to be like, he's going to pick Thieves, just for shits and gigs. But he'd be right. I'm going to say Thieves.
Okay. Why do you think the Thieves, bro?
I don't know, it's just a feeling.
Yeah, that's there's nothing to this. Like, you know, it's like I'm just
any of them for us. It's team feelings for us. Flops of feelings.
Team.
But I really hope they don't, because I thought the way Octane's played this year, he doesn't deserve to go out top 8. Straight out. Like the way Octane has been unreal this year. Like
Top 5 player, top 5 player, bro.
formal level of AR.
He's a top
Like
5 player in my
formal
books.
IWAR level, the way he's been playing this year.
Yep.
And I really hope they don't. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in him for this champs, and I'm really. Don't get me wrong. When they're playing, I've got the glasses behind me. When they're playing, I'll wear them. 100%, I'll wear them. But I've just got a feeling they're not going to do. I'm not going to say they're going to go in top 8, but I think there's a good chance they might go in top 6.
Better be wrong. My breaking point team relies on it.
Fair. Now for player, I'm going to go a little bit on the left field. I'm going to say a BZ.
Oh, okay, shit. What's your reasoning behind this?
And this is because it's less going to be about a busy and the rest of his team. I think FaZe is going to do well, unfortunately. I reckon they'll get third. But I don't think it will come down to a busy. I think Simp steps up, Selim always steps up at champs, and Slash is known to do quite well at champs himself. I think a busy is going to be a flop in the way that his stats won't be the same as his regular season. They'll be a 0.9, 0.8. In that regard, but I think the rest of his team plays incredibly well.
Okay,
is how I'm thinking about it. Like even if the team's front, it's very hard for all four to do really, really well. I think he will drop down and do what Simp's been doing for the rest of this season, where it's going to be taking that back seat, let Simp go, let Abizi go. I think Simp's going to really turn up, and Abizi will do the opposite, sit in the back seat, do what needs to be done, but his stats won't be great, I don't think.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that covers everything at the moment. What's next on the list? He's got the list. He's listed. Host up, bro. I ain't got the list. So fuck.
Do we want to do winners and runners up? Grand final. Who do we think?
Oh, who's gonna be in the grand final? Mate, you know what I want it to be. Even though I said they're gonna flop. Optic Thieves grand final, bro. That's what I want to see, bro. Bro, that will be, I'm telling you, if it's an Optic Thieves grand final, it will be the most watched CDO champs ever.
Yeah, because it's going to fucking YouTube next year.
Well, that's nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that those two teams are so popular, bro. I don't think it has anything to do with YouTube next year, bro, honestly.
You compare it this year to next year. If it was Optic Thieves next year as well, fucking...
Half the viewers, you're right. But, you know, so such is life. We do what we can, all right, Cookie? Fucking hell.
What about yourself, Cookie? Who do you think going to be?
Final, I think, I said FaZe third. I think a very good chance that they could get grand final. It's FaZe, unfortunately. I think it will be a New York Optic grand final.
We're such FaZe haters, bro. Unfortunately.
It's less about the team and more about the players on the team for me. I think New York Optic grand final. I think New York ends up taking it and Optic lose it.
Okay, Reaper.
Unfortunately, I think FaZe will get to the finals.
It's very possible.
And I think they verse the Thieves.
Okay. What makes you say that?
Okay, so we've all got a different grand final. That's good. I like that.
we all got some different grand finals going in at the moment. I think it's going to come against the Thieves and Optic to get into the final, and I think the Thieves just have it on Optic this year.
You reckon?
I think Kenny's going to turn up again.
Yeah, we're going to see fun. Yeah, I cannot wait.
It's legit going to be the Kenny show against Optic, and actually, you know what? I think one of the. I'll get to, or I can't get to that, but yeah, I think there's gonna be another person in the LA Thieves team that's going to be the shiner, and that's going to be Envoy.
Dylan Envoy wants his spot back on Optic, eh?
Nah, look, I think
he's having a money bags.
I think because of all this drama that's happening, he's just going to quiet everyone down, and I think he wants to stay with the Thieves because of the community that's there.
Yeah, who wouldn't, bro? Thieves is the best team in the game. Oh, that's right. My bias is my.
But yeah, I think that he's just gonna
money
get the haters to shut the fuck up, and just play his game, and I think he's just going to do some wild things against,
I
especially against Optic, just to shut up the Optic fans.
yeah.
That's fair.
But I think he's going to turn the hell up.
I love people. I've been hearing a lot of, I don't think the Thieves going to do very well this chance, man. I've been hearing a lot of that, and that's what I love to hear, bro. That's where they live.
Who said that?
No, it's not even just you, bro. I was been hearing big names saying, "Oh, I don't know about the Thieves, bro," and that's what I love hearing that because I know they're going to be hungry for it, bro.
What's their bracket? I'm gonna have to minimize.
They don't have the hardest bracket. They don't have the easiest bracket in the world, bro.
No, so they play Ultra off the get go,
Yeah.
and then winner of phase Surge.
They win. That is.
So
that
just
bracket compared to that bottom bracket's fucked.
just before we get into that,
Cookie, let's get out of the Bookham show. Come on, bro. We're nearly there.
No. You can leave it up because we're a minute away. I was just gonna say MVP of your final because we didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The one I just picked. Okay. I'm gonna say.
Did you say?
I said phase. Sorry, I said Thieves Optic, and I would pick Octane.
I can see that happening. Right. So you've also gone a Thieves, but with phase grand final.
Well, I've gone. I reckon Slash is gonna get MVP of this final. I think he's going to turn the hell up and do his job, and he's fighting for his position.
Phase
He's
Thieves grand final.
Phase position.
Yeah. It's gonna be a banger fucking grand final if that's the final phase Thieves. Back to back phase Thieves grand finals, bro. In
I think
champs,
no matter what, unless it's one of the bottom 3 teams, I think it's going to be a banging grand final.
100%.
I think if Surge, Rocker, or Boston make grand finals somehow,
Yeah.
I don't see it being a good grand final wholly and solely because their map pools aren't nearly as big as the other team.
honestly, I think it's because if it's either Boston or Minnesota, it will be against FaZe and it'll be fucking awful. It'll be a smoke show. Unless you know, as you said, Attach, Mr. Dylan Attach, bro, going off. But bar that, yeah. Anyone else?
Anybody can make grand final. Like you could have 2 teams from the the upper side of the bracket make finals with the lower bracket run. Sort
You
of.
can. But
There's no OG players in this final.
It's not so. Apart from Slasher, he's. I would say he's OG personally.
He's OG, but he's not like OG like Clay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Or like
I'd put Attach
like
the same
a
OG.
Scub that started the season now is out of it. Like I just don't think there's any full OGs. There's going to be OGs.
Yeah.
Like you've got
Attach and Hookah like this far away. Kenny. Yeah.
You've got Dashi.
Yeah. Oh, Dashi. No.
Dash was Black Ops 3?
You got the new generation of OGs coming through, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's none from like pre-Jetpack.
Actually,
really.
I do agree.
Slash is the last one, is it?
Yeah, he's the only OG.
Because Slash was Ghost. He came onto the scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Ghost.
And then Attach came on A-Dub.
I would say late Ghost A-Dub. He was allowed to compete in A-Dub, but he was competing in Ghost.
Yeah,
wherever he could, I'm pretty sure, bro. But
so they're probably they're the last 2 really from pre-Jetpack era. Then.
Yep.
Yeah, all of them are playing fucking scrims and shit, though. You know what I mean? Like, all of them are doing 8s and shit before. Like, I don't know what an OG is anymore. Anyway, run it. My MVPs. Fucking who's gonna OG MVPs?
MVP for New York Optic Grand Final. I'm gonna say the Bulldog himself, Kismet. I would love to. He honestly is taking such a back seat because just of how Hydra's played this year. I would love to see him finish with a Champs Grand Final MVP. I think he deserved it the way he's played this year.
Fair enough.
What about Hydra? Do you think Hydra deserves it?
He'll get season MVP, so he can have season MVP. The Bulldog can get the Champs MVP. Then everybody, I wouldn't say everybody's happy.
Everybody wins.
Every SMG on New York wins.
The priest would be like, what the fuck? I did something, bro.
Princeton's trophy will be a positive KD. So that can be his trophy for the for the champs.
Don't do my boy like that, bro.
So one Princeton.
God damn, bro. There's the first time in 4 years, so there's your fucking trophy. It's a 1.0.
It's just a picture of a fucking positive KD framed for him to take home.
Fuck.
So
Oh,
cool.
that was funny.
What bracket thing you boys want?
Who's your MVP, bro? Who's your MVP? No, you didn't say your MVP.
Please.
Huh?
He said Kismet.
No, you.
I said
you-
Slasher.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
So, such a I didn't actually realize you were being serious.
Yeah, I thought we were joking.
Yeah.
Wait,
What's up?
that's hard. I appreciate it. And I'll shake your hand. Could you get on his knees if you're right? Apparently.
What
he does.
A couple extra times.
He loves semen and he loves getting on his knees. So things we've figured out. Things we've figured out this podcast. Crazy Champs Week is a crazy week, ladies and gentlemen.
We all do some crazy things on Champs Week.
Yeah, this is true.
I bet some of them have.
Who do you think is going to win?
I said New York for winner.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say Optic just because I picked them for Dark Horse and I don't want to give bad juju to the Thieves, so I'm going to say Optic for winner as well.
But how
That's
did you
fair.
pick it? Wait.
If Optic make
How'd you
Monday
pick
for us,
Octane as MVP?
It's gonna be
final, and then you say Optic are gonna win it.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be map 9, round 11. So it's either way. Either team could have won it.
It's so big that he's done a simple where you boys don't know CS, but simple, one of the greatest Counter-Strike players of all time.
I know who Simple is, motherfucker.
Okay,
I'm not Simple.
That's how that's how good he is, and Benny knows who he is.
I know who he is. Oh.
Point proven.
Who are you proving the point to?
Good that even if they lose, they still get MVP.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going for with Octane. Correct. He's the GOAT.
He'll drop a 1.6, losing 5-0.
Correct. I'm down for that. I'm down to watch that, bro. Yeah. Wait, I think who's the only player? There's like only one player in the Thieves that hasn't dropped a 0 KD and on a search. Dylan Envoy, I'm pretty sure the only person to not drop a 0 0 and 6 or 0 and whatever and win. Yeah. Every other player in the Thieves, I'm pretty sure has dropped 0 kills in a search and won a game. Penny, Octane, and Traza. GOAT squad.
I know he's dropped a 0 and lost.
Who?
Envoy. I know he dropped a donut and lost.
Oh, okay. Maybe he did drop a donut. Anyway.
I don't know if he's dropped a donut and won though.
Only Kenny dropped the donut one. Octane dropped the donut one. Anyway, let's move on to our breaking teams.
Good for the search.
Breaking teams. Yes. I've already done mine.
I've already done one too.
Was it breaking point?
Yes,
Breaking point.
Oh.
No. Well, I've not done mine, so while I'm sharing, do you want me to do mine while we go?
Yeah, let's do it, Cookie. Let's show us your password too while you're at it, bro.
No, I'm already logged in, so fuck you.
Damn it! I tried, guys. I tried so hard.
Alright, so my captain pick, I'm going the Bulldog. Only $8, not horrible. $8 a kids is a fucking bargain, that's what I'm going to say. Now, for a second SMG, I'm going to go Bants. I think Rocket probably do go out either top 8, top 6, but Bants, especially Major 5, dropped good numbers. I'm expecting him to do the same at Champs. Now, for my ARs, I honestly... No, that only leaves me $4. That won't work. Oh, actually, yeah, you know what? We'll go Octane.
No, wait, Quickie, by the way, it's $27 now.
Oh, 27. Oh, it is too. Oh, fucking booyah.
Yeah, so they've updated Breaking Point. I'll talk about Cookies. Updated $27.
Yeah. It used to be 25. I was doing maths to 25, so sorry about that. Perfect. Well, I'll go Octane is my main AR. That leaves me with $6 for my secondary AR. It leaves me with a couple of possibilities, but I'm going to go Boston's Awakening. I think the games he plays, he will drop big numbers, I still think. Well, who...
Funny because the drop down doesn't work for
Sims
us.
5.
Drop down does not work. We cannot say the drop. But it is
Oh,
funny. It looks
Okay,
like
so
this.
under Awakening is Sib, and I'm tossing up between Sib or Awakening for my other AR.
Yeah, okay. Who do you think is going to drop out first?
I think they're both going on top 8. So it really doesn't help. But people are still when they drop out top 8. Actually, I think maybe Seattle's probably got a little bit more of a chance to go past top 8, maybe top 6. So maybe I'll go Sib just because there's a possibility of they getting to a second game. Well, I don't think Boston get to a second game at all. So yeah, I'll go Sib. So I've got Kismet, Benz, Octane, Sib for my 4. And okay.
Got $1.
Got $1
Wow.
left over.
That's
Oh, well.
fine. I'll take it. I'll take it and put it on next year's major one.
Benny,
That's how it works, buddy.
run through yours, bro.
Alrighty, I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to stream on my screen. I'm going to say what I have, okay? I'm going to go from 4 to captain, okay? No, number 4 pick is Celium from the Atlanta FaZe, okay? I think it's always a solid pick, and we had an extra money this time around, as I was talking about, the $27. For my... Actually, I'm going to skip, because I'm going to leave the last 2 for the last. For my number 2 pick, I picked Hixie at $4. From Toronto
Okay.
Ultra. Now, I expect them to put some decent numbers up, and I expect them to go far. That's where I'm going all this. Like, this is how I thought about it all the time. I was like, all right, I think they're going to go far, plus you put good numbers up, especially for $4. I think that's free money right there. I'm actually surprised no one else, you didn't pick him. Cookie, I'm actually really surprised. For my number 3 pick, I picked Kenny from the LA Thieves, because this man's... He's finals Kenny, bro.
Finals, not champs. You got to get to that final first.
Oh, Champs Kenny's a different breed. I hope to see him with that bandana. That'd be amazing. Fucking good, like the good old days, bro.
Disappointed if he doesn't pull out the band.
Man, he just get a
Where's the
Joker one back
Champs?
up. Yeah. And as my captain, I picked Octane because he is top 5, not 5. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, so
He's
you got 2 out of 4 Thieves players.
yeah. I wonder who I think is going to win Champs. Anyway,
You really hope they don't go out top 8.
Oh, I'll be like, why did I take money off? It was just pain.
How about you, Maga?
I split the field a little bit. I did like the number 4 pick was my Hixie pick. I do like Hixie at $4. I think you're stupid not to go past that.
Yep.
You
hear that, Cookie?
I'm stupid.
My number 3
Oh,
pick.
the spat everywhere.
My number
That's
3
alright.
pick is Dylan Edboy as my number 3 pick. Like I said, I think he's just gonna have an amazing 20 in general. Number 2 pick, I picked Dashi as one of the.
That's the first optic player that's been picked, I think.
Yep. And as my captain, I picked none other Cell.
Yeah.
I think Cell's gonna play well.
That's
point.
fair.
Yeah, good. That's a good
So
team, man. That's a really good team, bro.
I spread the field a little bit, got what I say is one player from the top teams. Personally, I think they're going to be 1 to 4 in that order, legitimately. Maybe not Pip, Dashi, and Envoy, but 1 to 4. Yeah.
No, I think they're good picks, man. I think they actually might have the best team this week, Reaper, honestly. Shout out to Cookie, but I think Reaper might have the best team.
No, I think that's a fair point.
I think you like variation, Cookie, which keeps it fun, you know.
I try to keep it to 2 as well as one. Generally, try to go for one dark horse. Normally, some underdog team makes a bit of a run. So,
Yeah. Oh, well, fair enough, man. All right, what are we getting into next, boys? Sorry, I'm not up today. I'm a bit flustered today. I kind of just sat back down and was like, all right, let's start a pod.
I think it's time for the bracket.
Yeah, pick'ems.
Yeah, all right, no worries. Let's get into it, eh? Cookie, pull it up. I'll go.
Cookie, you run it.
Up.
All right, are we doing this voting thing again? Because this was fun last time we did it, except I forgot my pickups.
Yep.
So. Also,
We do the voting. You boys remember to do your pick'ems afterwards as well.
Yeah, I will.
So I will get the actual schedule up as well as the bracket. So the very
Have
first
a
game.
talk about the first top 6 teams for a minute.
Oh,
I'll be
actually,
back.
and before we get into it, actually, I'll extend it even further. Can we talk about
Okay.
this fucking champs schedule, bro?
Yes, you guys go into detail.
I have something to do. So the first day we have the first 4 matches, which is Minnesota, New York, Seattle, Atlanta, Boston, Texas, and LA Thieves, Toronto, right?
Yep.
Which I don't hate. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with it.
Off to a good start, you'd say.
Yeah, I would say that's all right. And then we get the elimination round 1, elimination round 2. Round 1 for both elimination brackets. Elimination. We get winners round 2 for both sides.
Yeah. So there's two. What Benny's saying is there's 2 elimination round 1 games.
Yep.
You got the upper bracket, the lower bracket,
Yep.
and then they play. Then there's 2 elimination round 2 games.
Yep.
Which is the winners from elimination round 1 play the losers of winners round 2.
Yep.
So at this stage, identical to regular season.
Yep.
The only difference is there's not 4 lower bracket round 1 games because there's only 8 teams, which is where it looks a little bit fucking, excuse the language, but retarded.
Not what I would have picked.
Because you've got the 2 round 1 games into the 2 round 2 games, it just looks weird. I honestly still think it should have been similar to regular season where the bottom 4 teams just start in elim round 1.
Yep.
Like everybody says it would make regular season. No, it won't. No, it wouldn't. You've got an extra life. If you're top 8, you've got an extra life.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You're not one and done.
I think my biggest issue though starts to come on Saturday, with elimination round 2 for both sides. Winners finals already. You know what I mean? Like elimination round 3, elimination final. I think 5 games on the Saturday, man, is
1, 2, 3. No, there's 4 games on the Saturday. Okay,
I'm looking right here, bro. It's 5 games on the Saturday, bro, and
I've got it up. The Saturday games: winners round 1, winners round 2, elimination round 1, elimination round 1.
no, that's
Nothing.
Oh, okay, cookie. I'm talking actual Saturday, not Australian Saturday.
Yeah. So Friday games. Oh, so you're talking about Sunday? Okay. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So you got Elim round 2, both games. Elim round 3 and Elim final. Fuck.
And winners final as well.
Winners final. Mm.
I think personally, in my opinion, bro, it should be. It should have winners final, elimination final, and no. Can you even do that? I'm thinking.
I think winners final should be on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And then Elim final into grand final because that's how it would have to go.
But does that give a disadvantage to the team?
That's where I think it should be 2 best of 9s.
Yeah, okay, well, fair enough. Okay, fair. We both agree. I think this should this should already be 2 best of 9s, man, because one best of 9 is fucking weird, bro. And it's the only game of COD on that day apart from Challengers finals, man. And shout out to Challengers. Don't get me wrong, great players, and I can't wait to sit down and watch some fucking Challengers on the mainstream, bro.
You know how in NBA they've got the All-Star game. Is there an All-Star game in this?
No.
Why didn't they do that before that? Make that a fucking precursor.
You can't have the Champ Sunday people going in and playing an All-Star game, bro.
Fucking that's a warm-up.
Yeah, I guess.
See, no, I
can't. I don't think you can.
I differ from you guys. I reckon that it would be a better Sunday to watch, even from Elim 3, around 3, to Elim final, and watch the grand final all on the same day.
I mean, I think you'd have winners final, Elim final, then grand final.
No. Winners, you'd have winners, right? Elim, Challengers final, and then the grand final, bro.
Nah, what I was going to say, though, was on the Saturday, as a final part to it, would be an All-Stars game.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I fuck with that heavy.
To finish
2 games off, you've got All-Star Team 1 versus All-Star Team 2 on the Sunday.
Yeah, and then there's no excuses because it's the last game of the day and they can focus on the games tomorrow when it gets to tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I fuck with that, Reaper. That's good shit. That's some good shit, bro. Fuck yeah.
Love to see that.
Back to CWL champs,
and on top of that as well, I would have loved to see just so they can get a bit of limelight as well, is a challenges All Stars on the same day with the like as you know how as a two screener,
Yeah.
like how they got Alpha and Bravo. I think it should be an Alpha Bravo podcast as the two All Star teams hit up.
Or
Yeah.
you
About to say
get,
it.
yeah, I do like that. I do like that, but you go maybe a step further because there's 4 regions. There's 4 regions, I believe. You've got APAC, NA, EU, SA, South America.
Yeah.
For regions, you get a all-star team from each region. That's only 4 teams. You do a quick, because they only play best of 2s. Best of 2, best of 3s. They only play best of 3s. You do a quick all-star between them all. And then, so you've got like an all-star APAC team versus an all-star NA team. Then an all-star EU team versus an all-star SA team.
Yeah.
Or
Because we know if they just do all-star challenges, it's going to be just fucking 4v4 NA teams.
Nah, it won't be. It'll be half European bet. The European team might even be better than the NA team this year. The Wabbabobs might be better than the NA team.
Yep.
Yeah, but just from because All Stars goes from fucking community voting, so we all know what's going to happen with that.
Oh yeah, Scump's gonna be there. So how does Scump get it? He hasn't played for half the year.
Scump, Zoom, and Crim fucking methods versus fucking 4 randoms, Duncan's 3 other fuckers.
Duncan 3 other fuckers is exactly the team it would be. Yeah.
Oh, that makes you get the All Star team from the CDO versus like a. You know how you've got like a. You know what I'm talking about, Benny, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got like, previous stars versus All Stars.
Veterans versus
current.
Yeah, I honestly thought we were going to say this by now. I just think they should just be... They pick the 4 best players from Challenges, they versus the 4 best players from the CDO, and the 4 best players from Challenges get to show their worth against the 4 best the CDL players. I think that's a good thing. Have that on the Saturday afternoon.
You got the 4 best Challenges players versus the worst team in CDL and see if they can
it's my threat to TJ, but for real, bro. It's
a relegation battle for the fucking team.
You know what's sad? I can't even yell at TJ this week. He's not even going to be here.
I mean, they give you something to yell at him for. If you were good, you would have been a fucking champs.
Nah, I can't yell, bro. I was just kicking him out while he's down, bro. You know what I mean? I can't do that to him. I'm not a TJ fan, but I can't kick a man while he's down, bro.
No one has to when you need yourself. So, especially when like you don't see the person.
God, he just threw that shit. He was like, "What do I do? Run away from it!" All right, let's do this.
He alley-ooped himself.
He did alley-oop himself. All right, let's do pick'ems, Let's do pick'ems.
So I'm gonna go off schedule rather than how the bracket's set up.
You do it however you want to do it.
So first game is Subliners v Rocker.
Okay.
5 a.m. Friday morning for us. Who do we think?
I reckon New York 3-1. Reebok?
I do also think New York, but I think it's going to be 3-0.
Damn, Smoke Show. Who's already outvoted, bro?
I'm going to agree with Reap on this. However, I do think the maps will be close.
100%, they're going to be close. It's not going to be a massive smoke show. It's going to be close games, but Sublime is going to take out 3 games.
Yeah, so I think it's 3-0 on
the only game that's going to be a smoke show is going to be Control.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, I think if you were going to say any game is going to be a smoke show, I'd say the Search, but I think New York is next level in Search, bro.
I would say the Search. I think Minnesota's Controls ranked up a bit since they brought Fame in.
Okay.
But that puts us to the next game, which is FaZe v Surge. Oh, it's got times here. I can just go.
Yeah, you can go off the times here. Yeah, I'm looking at him here. I'm like, what's he doing, bro?
Yeah.
Man. FaZe v Surge, round 1.
Sorry?
What was that?
What'd you say?
What was that?
I just said FaZe v Surge, round 1.
Oh, okay. We already knew that, bro.
Yeah, but some teams like LA don't get off to a good start.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to say, because nobody's talking, I'm going to say Seattle 3-2. They squeak out a victory against FaZe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't feel it. I just have a
Oh,
feeling.
I know I'm going to be outdone here, but I'm going to say FaZe will win 3-1 over Seattle.
I'm gonna say FaZe 3-2.
Okay.
I'm gonna combine you guys. Your score, sorry, Benny's score, but with Reap's picks.
Yep.
So I think that puts that as a FaZe 3-2. I think Surge will be competitive, but FaZe and Surge. I think we win a Surge.
Surge is going to win 3-0.
I think Surge will win a Surge. It just comes down to whether or not it will be game 2 or game 5.
Man, I see Mac get a 1v4, bro. Surge win 3-2.
There's gonna be three.
It's a 1v4.
There's gonna be three v1s with Mac in it, and he's gonna win them all.
He'll win them all, every single one, bro.
Every single one of them he'll win.
He'll do TJ nade himself.
Nah, buddy.
He'll nade himself,
Yeah.
but also nade the bomb,
Yeah.
and he'll get the kill
Yeah.
off the defuse.
Have you ever seen the fucking Sova dart in Valorant?
Yeah.
Where they put fucking 2 Sova darts. So as for anybody that doesn't know about it, Sova has a dart that explodes and does damage. When you've planted the bomb, it's about 15-20 seconds after you shoot it into the air, it will bounce down and explode. One of the VCT matches, this is professional Valorant in the VCT tour, shot it, stood on it was for him to win, stood on it, shot it, got absolutely killed, didn't care. His darts came down, fucking killed the dude, defused the bomb, and fucking won the round and won the map from it. Didn't care. He didn't fucking care.
God damn, that's nuts.
It's crazy.
It's just the lineups and shit on it. Anyway, next game is Optic Breach, Battle of the Greens.
Battle of the Greens. I'm gonna go Optic 3-0.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Optic Smoke Show.
I'll let Cookie go now because he's been decided all at the moment.
Okay, I will go Breach 3-1.
Nice. Well, I'm going back with Optic 3-1.
Yeah! Green Wall!
Green Wall.
So Breach 3-0. Benny, you said 3-1 as well. 3-0.
Falling apart brick by brick. I said 3-0.
3-0. Reeb said 3-1. So Breach 3-1. Oh, sorry. Optic 3-1.
It's really Optic 3-1, yeah.
Yeah. And then Ultra Thieves to round out Friday.
Somebody else start. Come on, bro.
Oh, this time I've not fucking started.
Go.
I think Thieves will make a lower bracket run, and I think it will start after this game, just because Thieves are generally a little bit slower to start. Ultra generally do come out hot. I think Ultra will win 3-1.
I actually think it's going to be a bit closer than that. I think all the maps are going to be tight.
I agree as well.
Sorry, Benny.
Yeah, right.
I do have
Got it.
Ultra 3-2.
Yeah, I personally have Thieves 3-1. That's a personal feeling. I wonder why. But I just think that Toronto has had Thieves' number all season, pretty much. So it is going to be a tough game for them to win in the first place. So
every game between these two teams have been
bangers. Yeah, so I'm excited to see the Draza versus Scrappy show, and get the chance, baby.
It will definitely come down to who performs better between Scrappy and Octane, I reckon. To who wins that game.
I don't know, man. I think, honestly, Hixie and Envoy. Maybe Kenny. Hixie and Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. The subs, I think the subs have more impact there. If they can shut down Kleenex and Hixie to an extent, I reckon they can win the game easily.
Okay. Now, that does set us up for at least one banging lower bracket game. To start with, we'll start with the top one. That is the first one. Surge v Thieves. Honestly, that could be an absolute bang of Elim round 1.
I'll start off.
Go for it.
I think Thieves bounce back. I think it's going to be an Envoy show, like I've been saying from the beginning, and I think it's going to be actually a 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Thieves.
Ready?
I'm down 3-1 Thieves.
3-1 Thieves?
No explanation needed. 3-1 Thieves.
I just think, I know, I just look at these two teams and I think Thieves are the better team.
100%.
They're definitely the more well-rounded team.
I just think the AIs dominate the Surge right now. I just think the AIs dominate.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think this one. I think this one will be Drowser smoking Surge.
I just think they've got him in the search, probably in the hard and the respawns.
It's the exact same as what they did to Optic Benny with Shotzi.
Yeah.
I think that your two SMGs though are going to shut down Pred.
Yeah.
And once Pred is shut down, they don't have a lot.
Yeah, I honestly think Drowser and Octane are better assault rifle players than Sib in accuracy. Sib at least 100%. This year, you know.
Yeah, Sib's definitely not been performing very well this year. I think maps will play a part a little bit in it. I think. I doubt Fortress will get through, especially Fortress Hardpoint. Surge looked quite good on that, and you can't exactly and Hotel really give Pred kind of a playground to run around with. I think Hydro will come out. Thieves are generally really good with Hydro. Surge have been picking Hydro. I don't know why they're dog shit at it, but they keep picking Hydro, and they keep losing it. So I can't see them really not picking it. But so I think that comes down. I think the control will be Elisilo. And I think that will be I think one of the searches will be Elisilo too, I reckon. Because Thieves generally quite like Elisilo and Surge quite like Elisilo, both control and search.
They're not haters, that's for sure, bro.
Yeah, the control will either be Hotel or Elisilo. I think if I was Thieves, I'd pick probably Elisilo control over Hotel control.
Did you say what they did to Optic and Hotel?
I just think it just negates Pred a little bit. I know even with Thieves' team, but they do play that strategy mind when it does come to vetoes a bit as well. So I think they'll go the strategic route, do what they can to negate Pred while also still picking maps that they quite enjoy. And I think Elisilo comes into it a lot.
Yeah, I think Elisilo you're going to see, you'll probably see Himmelmat if they can get it through. Definitely an AR heavy map. You'll see some Hotel. You won't say Hotel. You'll see Embassy. Embassy will come through because obviously the ARs can dominate on some of the hills, and I would say they do a lot of stuff to not favor Pred. I would say a lot of teams are looking at like Seattle and going, what maps can we pick that isn't going to favor Pred?
And Seattle aren't afraid of they won't ban Hydro, which blows my mind because Sib does fantastic on Hydro, but he's the only one.
Yeah.
He's the only one that I'd say is probably a positive on Hydro in that team.
I think it's hard to be a submachine gun on that map. Most of the hills.
Yeah, that's why it blows my mind that they're picking it so much.
Yeah.
So, but one of the maps in this will definitely be a Hydro hardpoint. So I think the maps favor Thieves in this, definitely. So if this is the Elim round 1 bracket, I do think Thieves will probably also win. I reckon even possibly a 3-0.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
say it right now. So
I'll take him in the searches and the control at the very least. So
yeah. And then Breach Rocker, Elim round 1 second game.
Oh, the Burger Bowl. The Burger Bowl.
Champs.
All right. I'm going to start again. Fuck it. I'm going to say this is going to be a close one. I'm going to say Minnesota squeak it out 3-2.
What about yourself, Cookie?
Well, I honestly think Optic will be in the loser bracket, not Boston. But if it was to be Breach Rocker, which it very well could be as well, I think Rocker take it 3-1. Said Benny.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're all in agreement. But it's 3-2.
3-2. What did you say, Benny? 3-2 as well?
Yeah, I said 3-2.
Okay. So game 5.
I think Boston has some fight in them, and I think they can take them through the hard points. I just don't think they're winning searches.
I think Fame steps up in the hard point. Absolutely fucking rapes them.
No, I just don't think they've got the leadership that they need, and I think Attach will take them through.
Ooh, okay. I'd love to see Attach do well after his season. I'd love to see him do well in champs. Okay, that leaves us the final games on Saturday for us, Friday for the enablers. First one is Phase Ultra banging match.
I'll
Banging
start this
match.
one off.
Go for it.
I think it's going to be very close, but
I agree.
FaZe has their number on Ultra.
I also agree. As much as
but
I said.
but I think it's going to be a 3-1 FaZe. And I think it's going to be all close games, but FaZe has it.
I probably would say 3-2 Phase. I think Ultra could squeak out a search and either a hard point or the control, one of them. But I think FaZe ultimately takes it as well.
I'm gonna say FaZe 3-2 as well. Look, I think Ultra's gonna put Ultra's gonna put up a fight, but like if the records books show us what's gonna happen this year, it'll probably be FaZe beat.
Yeah.
Last game of Saturday is Optic Subliners.
All right, I'll start off. I'm gonna kick us off. I'm gonna say Optic 3-1 because I don't think they want to take it to search and destroy.
That would be very wise of them. And you, Reed?
Yeah, well, because I'm an Optic fan, I'm going to also say Optic, but I do think it's going to become a Game 5, and I reckon it's going to be 3-2.
Alright. I would, not that my opinion matters, I would say I think just holding to it because Optic haven't been looking great while New York have been. I think New York come out, they don't 3-0, but I think it's a pretty convincing 3-1.
Honestly, I personally look, I agree with you to a certain extent. I just think Optic have something to prove. When New York had a first game won, and I think they're due for it. You know what I'm saying? It seems like Major 1, Major 2, Major 5, CHAMPS. Maybe. I'm speculating, right? I'm just coming up with shit. But personally, I think Optic are coming in with something to prove. They got that fire in them.
Have you noticed every team that have flunked out in the previous major have come out firing in the next major? So Ultra went dog shit for one major completely. Then they started firing the next major.
Yeah,
they did make a roster change though in that.
Yeah.
After that, to be fair.
Subliners was firing at the beginning of the year, dipped off hard. Then they started firing back again.
Will we see another slump from them? I guess is the question. Not the time to be. And Kismet looks like he's on fire still.
Thieves went 0-5. Okay, they're not an online team, but they went 0-5, and look what fucking happened. It's the writing's there for Optic to do a decent run if they can turn up. If they can get their mindset back into it. And I think the biggest factor for Optic is having a coach like Karma. That's been there, done that.
Does that ever get confirmed?
Yeah, he's actually posted up saying he's quick. I think he said quick stream before scrims. So he's definitely been there with the team.
He'd be that consultant.
Yeah, so I just think that with Karma being the person that's the scapegoat for a lot of shit, he knows how to deal with the hate as well. And I reckon it will just get him in the right mindset.
My biggest thing with Optic for Champs is I've sung his praises throughout the entire season. Ghosty, it's whether or not he can keep that same level of mental strength as well as mental confidence in everything he says in Champs.
I think the pressure got to him, saying that they were the best team in the game for best team or most consistent team for a few majors. I think it just got to them. They needed to have a shit run.
Apparently quite sick as well, Major 5.
They needed to have a shit run, and now they're not the favourites to win. By the books, they're not the favourites to win this major. I think they come out and firing. Like when Ghosty came into the team, everyone's like, "Oh, fuck, they're not going to do good," and look what happens.
Yeah. I mean, same as what everybody says. For me, it's just Champs is such a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
When you think about that saying, it doesn't make sense. Kettle of fish. Why would you put fish in a kettle?
So there's a whole story behind.
I'm sure there is. Anyway. Yeah. So you boys think 3-2? Because that sits about in between. Because I think Betty, you said 3-1, Reap said 3-2, or one of you said 3-1, one of you said 3-2.
I said 3-2, yeah.
Said 3-1.
Yeah. Alright, so we do Optic 3-2 over New York. That kind of sits in between. That then sets us up for Saturday in NA, Sunday for us to start with. A absolute fucking rip snorter, Subliners Thieves. Battle of the SMGs in this one, I think.
Oh, look, man,
Actually, we'll save Benny for last.
Yeah.
Reap, what do you think? Even though I know your answer to this one.
Well,
You think Thieves will win this one because they were in your grand final?
fucking oath. Because
Yeah.
I also
What's
said
your
that.
score?
I also said that this is where the subliners are the biggest flops, and this is where they flop. And I think it's going to be.
When
I
they
think.
hit the lower bracket, or
I think. Yeah, when they hit the lower bracket, this is when it goes 3-0, and this is going to be Smokefest.
didn't they win Major 5 from lower bracket?
No, this is going to be Smokefest from LA Thieves. This is going to be a ripper of the game from the Thieves.
We're thinking 3-0.
3-0. This is where my biggest flop comes into it. The team that is the biggest flop was the Subliners, and I think Hydra is going to be a negative.
I mean, he does seem like a bit of a negative.
Yeah, Reaper on the hot takes today, bro.
Yeah, well, I would go the opposite. Probably not say a 3-0 Subliners way, but I think Game 5 Subliners 3-2.
I'm with fucking Reap, bro. 3-0. Let's go. Smoke show. Smoke show.
3-1.
Yeah,
Then if we put it in between.
I'm cool with that.
Either way, I think that's going to be. I honestly think this will be probably game of the weekend.
Yeah, it might be a banger.
Subliners
It might be the
Thieves.
best game. It might be the best game we see. Yeah.
But knowing both teams, it could very well be a smoke show either way.
Yeah.
Depending which team. Depending which team. Both these teams have an incredibly fucking high ceiling, but a very fucking low floor.
Yeah.
So it could either win the best game of the weekend or possibly the worst. So, then last game of elims for round 2 is Ultra v Rocker. Now, I'm going to start on this one. I think this will be a pretty convincing 3-1 for Ultra.
I do agree, and I do agree.
I'm going to unanimous. 3-1.
3-1. As much as I'd love to see Attach do well, I just Ultra, they've looked too good this season. That puts us to winners final. The old Berm Derby, you'd almost call it, the OG. Well, like, pun not intended because it's Optic, but the OG final. FaZe v Optic. Grand final. Winners final.
Isn't there Lim round 3 first? Yeah.
No. 8 a.m. Not 8 a.m.
I'm going to say Optic 3-2. They squeak out a victory against Atlanta FaZe. But I'm going to say they squeaked it out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really feeling Optic. I mean, I think they have something to prove, man.
I have to, unfortunately, disagree with you, Benny.
Yeah, I think
it does go to a game 5, but I think Slasher finally gets it over Shotzi and beats Shotzi first time. It will be his first time beating Shotzi.
I just honestly think the history books prove themselves. Optic has been a better team than FaZe this year.
100%, but I think. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but in head-to-head, that doesn't matter when it comes to head-to-head, though.
Head-to-head, they do.
FaZe has not beaten Optic Texas since, like, Major 1 Vanguard, bro.
We can figure this out.
I'll just tell you a stat right now. Shotzi coming up against Slasher has never lost in his career.
Yeah, to Slasher, not one time.
Not one game he's lost to Slasher. So, in saying that, I find, like you said, Optic has had it over FaZe. I actually say now that I believe
so far.
I believe that Atlanta FaZe finally gets it over Optic.
So that would have been like, maybe Major 2 of Vanguard is the last time that Optic lost to Atlanta.
Champs last year.
Oh, they lost to the Thieves, baby. Let's keep moving. What are we picking?
Well, I mean, the ones that eliminated Optic were Seattle last year, don't forget. Which is wild.
No, not really. Seattle was really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
anyway.
this game,
I think FaZe are going to be. I honestly think this won't be that close. I don't have a lot of faith for Optic in Champs this year.
Nah. I don't agree.
did you say they're going to be in your final?
Me?
Yeah, you said it was going to be
Possibly.
Subliners versus Optic.
Probably.
Nah, you said up to. I think you said Subliners. No, I think you said
Subliners
it was
Optic,
FaZe
bro.
somebody.
No, it
No,
was
I'd say
Subliners Optic.
Sublime is Optic, but I don't think they get it from upper bracket. I'll say that right now. I think FaZe. Well, because don't forget, you boys fucked me here. I said Subliners 2 in here. So it would have been Subliners FaZe up here, and I would have went Subliners to go into final that way. But I think FaZe, Smoke, Optic, I think Simp will probably kind of absolutely destroy
Kind of
Shotzi.
absolutely destroy shots.
Okay, no, fuck
I just
absolutely.
I can't agree with you, Cookie. Just after we've been going history. This has been the history.
That's fine.
Well, I agree
That's
with
fine.
you. So,
I think Hook will put up a fight. I think
needs
Hook
to.
will be Optic's best player
Yeah, he needs
in
to.
Champs.
He needs
He
to.
does. He's playing for a spot. I think he'll be there. I think he'll be Optic's best player this tournament. I'm saying it now. But I think FaZe win 3-1.
actually, I do agree with that. I think FaZe do win 3-1.
Nah, I think you're both faded, but go on, run it up.
So 3-2 then to put it in the middle. So that leaves then Thieves Ultra Elim round 3. So that is fighting for 4th.
I'll go last this time to be the breaker.
Well, I mean, we know who you're in.
Yeah,
who's
so
your
I'll just pick up. I'll just go. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go Thieves because I think they're gonna go into tear in this final run. So I'm gonna go Thieves 3-0 again. I'm gonna say Thieves 3-0 again. I think they're just gonna start tearing.
I do think Thieves win, not 3-0. I think it'll be either game 5 or game 4, and I do think the maps will be close, bar the control. I think Thieves will absolutely wipe the floor with
That'll be a shift.
Ultra's control.
Bit of momentum shift that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got 3. I got 3-2 Thieves.
So 3-1 to put it in the middle. That leaves what you thought would be the most hyped grand final, Benny, was Thieves Optic.
If this is still the Elim final, I have more views in the grand final.
100%.
Probably. The only thing that might change that is if it is Optic FaZe
Yeah,
grand
Optic
final.
FaZe grand final.
But Optic, Thieves, Elim grand final, playing for top 2. Loser goes out 3rd, bronze medal.
You pick first.
I pick first. I know I said Optic to get into grand final. However, the path to the grand final, I could see it have been a little bit different. I don't think if they were to come up against Thieves, I think Optic would be to lose against Thieves. I do think Thieves have got it over Optic. I think it would be. I don't think it goes game 5. I think it goes game 4, 3-1. I think Thieves give up possibly the search.
I think it's still, bro. I honestly, Reaper, I'm sorry, bro, but I think it's a 3-0 from Thieves, man. I think they continue to show run through the finals. Honestly, I think they can 3-0 every single one of those games, and it's not nothing against the teams.
This is following Reap's predictions perfectly because he said Thieves FaZe grand final.
Well,
No skin off my back, Benny,
Yeah,
because I think this is where they actually do go a 3-0 against Optic,
Yeah.
and this is Optic's
3-0.
time. This is Optic's time to go. We need a change, and Pred comes in. For who?
Who comes in?
Nah,
Because
Pred will come in.
Thieves, they will bring in Envoy.
They will bring. They will bring in.
By you.
They'll bring Optic Pred in because Hook is going to drop a 0.64.
damn. You reckon?
Damn, really?
Envoy just drops him off. He says, "You don't deserve to be on Optic, man."
Yeah.
What deserves better than you?
Yeah. I'm the Dark Prince.
I think Shotzi will be the one that gets absolutely outplayed in this one. Honestly,
Man, I'm telling you, Shotzi needs to go, bro. I think Hook needs to stay, man. I like Hook. I think he's a good player, man.
I agree. I do agree. I think Hook will play. Hook will play for a different team, and I will say it's going to be a swap. Hook is going to Seattle, and Pred is coming to Optic.
What should have happened in Major 2, the end of Major 1, Major 2, start of Major 2?
No. You know, if I was Seattle GM, I'd be like, Mac, go find a new place. Pred, you're staying. Give you the bag. Oh, Optic wants to drop Hook for Envoy. You can go buy Envoy. We'll take Hook. Hook, Pred, SMG duo, Surge, sit behind him. They go and get another man AR.
Did they get an
Disgusting team.
Clay.
Clay, yeah, Clay.
Arceus Clay or Attach, depending how Rocket do.
Oh, shit. Oh, shout. That's a good shout, bro.
Shout for Attach.
Who's going to lead that team?
Attach. Attach with... To be fair, when you listen to Seattle's comms, the main two you do hear is Sib and Pred talking. So I don't think they need the leadership in the way of in-game calls. More so, maybe just like strat calling on search.
Okay,
Which
that's accuracy coach. An accuracy coach, obviously.
Accuracy coach. That's a man.
That's a
hey,
squad. That's a god squad.
fucking
Oh, that's a
team.
god squad. That's a god squad.
Team.
Yeah, right. That's a god squad. Plus, attach and accuracy, I'm pretty sure go way back too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I believe they were housemates.
Okay. All right. So who's winning the champs finals, guys? It's not here. It doesn't say it here.
Last right wing take for Mane up. Pierce gunless.
Wee. Oh, that's a shout. That's a shout. Imagine he comes back to the league and he's just a fucking fryer, bro. Like, damn, that would be hard.
Because accuracy and gunless were housemates too. They know how they work. And if there was someone that could put gunless, like know how to deal with gunless, it'd be Lamar.
He's gonna be main AR though, because gunless has always been more of a flex, man.
Yeah, but I mean, Sid doesn't really run a sub very much, so you could have two aggressive ARs with a Hook, Pred, fucking SMG.
Flex runs a fucking SMG this game, bro.
Yeah, but you've got two aggressive ARs with two aggressive SMGs. You just go fucking balls deep with your team. I love
It's a strat, bro. It's a strat, just run.
When you've got that gun skill, who needs strats?
Yeah, it's fair. All right.
Anyway, grand final, FaZe Thieves. This would go all according to Reap's plan. Now, Reap, who did you say? We'll start with you, because you did say this is your grand final.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you say to win? Thieves or FaZe?
I think FaZe wins it.
Okay, we'll ignore that opinion. Benny, who do you think?
I think FaZe wins it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think FaZe wins it, and it's going to be a 5-3.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very, very close game up until right at the end, man.
Yeah.
I just think, unfortunately, I hate it. FaZe has the deeper map pool than the Thieves.
Yeah.
Even though he'll have the bandana on it, and they'll be fucking going ham. I don't know. I just see, I see FaZe winning.
I agree with FaZe having a deeper map pool. Not disagreeing with that at all. However, I think the map pool that Thieves have, they've got more of a possibility of taking a map of FaZe that isn't in their pool than FaZe taking a map of Thieves that isn't in their pool.
Look, honestly,
I'm going to go Thieves to win 5-3 myself.
if this was Optic versus Thieves, if this was New York versus Thieves, if this was fucking
Thieves
even
all the way.
Toronto versus Thieves,
Thieves
I
all the
would
way.
pick Thieves all day. But I honestly just think FaZe has Thieves' number this year, man. And as much as I hate to say it, I'd say FaZe 5-3.
So we're on 5. To
Four.
put it in the middle, 5-4. Because I said
I hate
Thieves
saying-
3.
I don't want FaZe to win champs, man. I don't want that.
I know. Unfortunately, though, I think they will.
Begrudgingly, they are number one in the league again, man. BABYYYYY's come out to say he feels like this is his most confident chance.
Yeah, and I think hot take, or not hot take, I think it's pretty obvious. I think Hydra does get the MVP of the season.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty
I think-
unanimous on that one.
I also think a BABYYYYY comes out this champs whole tournament to show them that maybe you guys fucked up and I should have been MVP.
Slasher holding another world champ.
And I reckon
Bro, it's
Splasher,
gonna piss me off. Slasher won his world champ.
Splasher holds up
Damn, bro.
that fucking MVP fucking trophy.
If this was the case to happen and FaZe win, especially when it's over Thieves, you know Slasher will be the first person in Thieves phase and the first person on Twitter.
Yeah.
However, if FaZe in the grand final versus probably anybody else, I feel like they will win. I think the only two teams for FaZe to verse in the grand final that could beat FaZe, just wholly and solely due to their map pool, not necessarily the size, but the matchups, is New York and Toronto.
Oh, real? I'd say Optic and
I'm going to say New York because they absolutely like. It wasn't a
man,
full.
I don't
I do
think,
agree with
I still
Benny
don't
though.
think,
Optic has had it over FaZe this whole year.
Yeah.
Best
but-
of nine, though, not really.
I know, but I'm just saying they have had it over
Best of
them.
best of nine. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
Pretty convincingly all year they've had it over them.
Yeah.
But that's where I think Optic in the winners final. I think Optic just fall apart. I think fundamentally they just crash, and that's why I think that the Optic Thieves game is going to be a whitewash as well. So, and that's my final. And you know what? The funny thing about it is, looking at what we've done on this and looking at my actual thing that I've already done,
Not very different.
it's 95% correct. The only thing is scores.
Mine's going to be a little bit different. I'll say that right now.
Yeah. Look, I think we've done a good bracket. This is a pretty good run. You want to run back through it real quick, Cook?
This wasn't a piss take. This was actually
Yeah, we took the piss last time, but this is actually pretty good.
And this is a bit more serious for sure. I know, like I said, Breach to win to beat Optic, but that's wholly and solely just because I don't have a lot of faith in Optic currently. That's more what it is, less about a Breach and all that. It's more so just not having a lot of faith in Optic. It's not for shits and gigs or anything like that. I just don't have a lot of faith in Optic currently. Outside of that, for me myself, the only other one that kind of was out there for me, I think, was possibly this one. But that's less about the actual game, more so just about Aussie pride. I don't want Aussie to go out top 8.
Oh, the Surge versus Thieves, yeah?
Yeah, actually, I think I said Surge to beat FaZe.
Yes, you did.
It's 3-2. Either way, we all thought it was. I think one of us said 3-1 FaZe. And then two of us said it was game 5. So we all think it's going to be a pretty close one. So that probably one of the close ones to 50-50. Looking at our bracket though, FaZe to go through grand final in 3 game 5s.
What?
Game 5 against Surge,
true,
game 5 against Ultra, game 5 against Optic.
Well, I don't think that personally, but yeah.
Mine don't look like that at all. Mine's 3-1, 3-1, and 3-1.
Yeah, I think we've done 3-2 because one of us picked the other team.
Mm-hmm.
That's more so just what it was more than anything.
Yeah.
Lower bracket, we've got Thieves 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and then 3-0 in the Elim final. Outside of that, nothing really special pops up besides the only game 5 in the lower bracket for us is Elim round 1, Rocket Breach.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only game 5 for us in lower bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So, but venue Vegas, do we know the venue at Vegas yet?
I haven't seen it or nothing. I'm sure we'll see a couple pics in the next couple of days.
Thomas and Mack Center. Is that the Las Vegas Knights, the NHL team's home ground? No. University of Nevada. It's basketball.
Yeah, Chicago Bulls played there. They played there. I see.
Yeah. I don't think it's a full-time place for any team in particular. Oh, yeah, here we go. Tenants. NBA Summer League is consistently played there. Yeah, that's about it. And then I think University of Nevada's basketball team probably as well.
Mm-hmm.
and boxing and arena football. What the fuck is arena football? Is that futsal? No. What the fuck is that?
Oh, indoor American football. Yeah.
American football?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Have you guys never
Yeah.
seen?
I've never seen that. Nah, that looks sick. So, but that's where it's being held. Las Vegas is generally put on a pretty fucking good show for anything that goes out there. So, I'm expecting it to be pretty big. And fuck, the after party will be huge.
All I want to say is, if one of us goes on a perfect run, I just want to fucking knock nah off first place. I don't care if it's betting
So let's have a look at the leaderboards. So Nap is top, Reap second, Benny third. 2 points between you boys. I'm down a little bit, 24 behind Nap. You boys 14. Benny, you're behind Nap.
I miss fucking the end of Major 5 and fucking actual Major.
Same here, bro. Same here, bro.
Has Nap done his champs? Oh, he has done his champs. Okay. So Nap's got Phase 3-0, Thieves 3-1 in Ultra, and then Phase beating Thieves 3-2. Yep. He's got Optic beating Breach 3-1, New York beating Rocker 3-1, Subliners beating Optic 3-2. Then Winners Phase beating Subliners 3-1 in the Winners final. Lower bracket Ultra winning 3-0 against Surge, Optic 3-1 in Ultra. Okay. Rocker 3-0ing Breach, Thieves 3-2ing Rocker. Interesting. And then losing 3-1 to Optic. And then Optic winning 3-1 against Subliners. Grand final being Optic Phase, but Optic win 5-3. Man is fucking chalked. If you think Optic's winning grand final.
Fuck it, I did it. Oh, I did it. Oh, fuck.
What did you do?
I just had to save my bracket, bro. I just keep looking at it. I'm like, no, I keep changing shit. I'm like, no, I gotta stop. I gotta stop thinking about it too much.
Fuck it. I've done it too.
I'm upset.
I gotta do my proper ones.
I've set mine as well in stone. It is what it is.
We can go over that next week. And I think we should do, if we got a time, a tier list. I think of the whole year. What do you guys think?
Yeah, 100. I think because it's the final episode, we'll make it a special one.
Yeah.
We'll put a bit more effort for everyone in, and we'll make it a banger to go out on.
Well, we got other episodes. I don't know how frequently we're going to come out with them over the off season. I'm sure there's going to be other stuff for us to talk about. There's going to be a new COD game coming out midway through that season, so like we're going to have stuff to talk about. I guarantee it. Maybe some
guaranteed. But hey, maybe we have a IRL podcast coming out soon, guys.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it's going, eh?
I didn't know about any of this.
No,
I'm just throwing it out there.
Spitballing, throwing shit.
I'm just fucking throwing it out there. We might have an IRL podcast coming out that will have esports in it, as well as, some banter between the boys.
Boys banter. I like it.
Never go on some boys banter. That sounded really weird. I don't know.
Get on your knees, Cookie. It's fine.
Yeah,
you'll get on your knees and start fucking bowing. Yeah, bending your head back and forth, back and forth.
No, that's not how you bow. Fuck.
Oh, that's how you showed me how to bow yesterday. Oh, my bad. Oh, was I not meant to? Was I not meant to reveal that? My bad.
You don't bow with your head. That's what.
You'll show me the way you bow.
Rocker, Optic.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the IGL podcast. The best way to spend your Tuesday, even though it's Wednesday. Champs is this weekend, and guys, we're going to be streaming it. I don't think any of us are going to be doing the Thursday. Oh, it's the Friday, but for us, the Thursday games. But we're going to be here from. I hate having to differentiate it. I will be here from Saturday to Monday, man. We'll be watching all the games from the second day of Champs to the fucking Champs final. We're gonna be here watching it. Check out Cookie's stream. Cookie, drop your stream, man. Just drop the link, man. Say that link.
Twitch.tv/ That's a great question.
Yeah. It's in the. Is it still the one I've got in my description? Pretty sure it is.
Possibly.
Yeah. If it's not, it's in the description here, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, Cookie's pulling it up right now.
Yeah, I'm streaming now.
So,
Cookies.
Cocky.
It's not like, look, normally you go there and it will be like, yeah, what stream?
True. It's Cookie OCE, right?
Cookies. It's Cookies.
It's
cookies.
cookies.
It's always
yeah.
been it's cookies.
That one.
Yeah, it's
Apparently I'm not
cookies.
signed in.
It's
one.
cookies is his fucking thing, and look, man, Champs is coming up. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'm hoping to see some of you all come through Cookie Stream, yeah. And yeah, fucking have a good night, guys. Say something, boys. Say something.
Let's go Optic. Let's go Optic.
Yeah. What was the sign in the crowd? Falling down brick by brick.
Falling apart brick by brick, you dickhead. Get it right.
Get it
Get
right.
it right.
Get it right.
I said, what was it? No one answered, so I did it myself.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. Anyway,
Yeah, it's basically something.
I think that subliners are going to flop and Optic Pred is going to be announced at the end of the
Optic
major.
wall will be rebuilt by Australian bricks.
It'll be announced on the Scump watch party at the end of major. That's Optic Pred has been signed.
It'll be on the breakdown or whatever the fuck it's called right
Yeah.
after. Optic signed already.
I'm gonna have his Optic shirt. It'll be Pred. Be there shaking hands with Hex and shit.
Walks down on the Sunday with a Pred shirt on. This was going out top 8 on the Thursday and fucking have already signed and got the stuff ready to go.
Just to update everybody, if you want to watch Cookie's stream over the weekend, it is in the description of this video. So yeah, swing on by, man. I'd love to catch up with some guys and have a chat and just talk some shit. It's gonna be a good week. I'm so keen to get anyway, thanks for coming by. Exactly nobody people, and I hope you all have a great rest of the evening. Champs is coming up to LA Thieves, baby. We're gonna fucking take it out back to back, Champs.
Well,
You guys don't want to hear me on this podcast. These guys don't want to hear me, bro. These guys don't want to hear me, bro.
Optic win. I'm not here next week.
Yeah, hit us with some Spanish to take us out.
Dude. I just
Why
fucking
Spanish?
did.
He's got more. We need more.
What do you want me to say? Fuck, I just said
something,
thank you very much. Goodbye. I already said that.
Can you say fuck phase in Spanish?
No. Okay. I don't know how to say fucking phase.
Let me look it up real
Let's
quick.
say fuck phase.
Fuck phase
Phase up.
in Spanish.
I think you just say
Phase up.
phase.
Alright. Joder desconcerto. I've probably fucked that up completely.
Yeah,
but-
Phase.
Adios.
Phase.
Muchas gracias. Adios.
Bye.